Hello and welcome. I am Matt Taylor and this is my variety channel. Today I'm going to be talking about the really popular show Squid Game. This is on Netflix. If you are a Netflix subscriber, or even if you aren't, you have probably heard of Squid Game. It is an extremely popular show there on Netflix. In fact, Squid Game is the most popular show ever on Netflix. 111 million views as of the date of this video. And Squid Game has been out since I think it was September 17th was the date that it was released. So it's been out for a little over a month and a half, and it is still going strong. I think currently it is ranked number 2, but it was ranked number 1 for a really long time there on Netflix. And so this review is going to be all about Squid Game and my thoughts on it, and if I liked it or not. And also, this does not contain any major spoilers. So no major spoilers. So if you are not familiar with Squid Game and haven't watched it, then this is a good review for you. I know there's a lot of reviews out there that contain lots of spoilers. So this review is spoiler free. There might be a couple minor spoilers, but probably stuff that you had already seen in the trailer if you've seen the trailer. And so here we go. And first of all, I want to point out I did watch it all the way through the dubbed version. So it's like American voices or English voices dubbed over the Korean voices, because it is a Korean show. And that's not necessarily the best way. I'm not saying that's the best way to do it. I don't like reading subtitles. It's just something I don't like doing. I don't like looking down at the screen to read and then trying to go back and forth with my eyes, because I miss a lot of visuals, and I love visuals more so than the audio, even though I do love audio. And so for me, even since I was little, I just never really liked reading subtitles. But I have since gone back and rewatched the very first episode in the original Korean with the US subtitles. And it's okay. Like, I'll probably watch it all the way through again with the Korean and the English subtitles. But I'm glad I watched it dubbed the very first time. Again, just personal preference. I know there's a lot of people out there that are like, why'd you watch it dubbed? Dubbed is so terrible. And it is pretty terrible. But you get used to it. I got used to it after a while, and after a while, it didn't really bother me at all. But just keep that in mind. You can watch it in a variety of different ways, subtitled or dubbed, according to your preference. Try both ways and see what you like the best, and just watch it that way. So what is Squid Game? Squid Game is a survival horror thriller game show. Think like Hunger Games on steroids. If you've ever seen the show, the Korean, I think it was Korean, Parasite. So think Hunger Games meets Parasite. That is like a good way to describe a Squid Game. And kind of the show revolves around a bunch of contestants that are playing these little kid games, and the stakes are really high for the losers. And if you've seen the trailer, you pretty much know what the stakes are, and so I don't really have to go into that. But it is it's a survival show, if that means anything to you. And also, I want to, if you are looking, or if you're really into politics and you look for politics in TV shows, then you'll probably see the political nature of this show. The creator himself kind of pointed out that it was kind of skewed towards an anti-capitalism narrative. But with that said, if you go into it not looking for politics and you're not really concerned with politics, you can totally enjoy the show without even thinking about politics. But if you want to come from a political angle and you're looking for politics and you love politics, you can definitely see that angle in it. I try to remove myself from politics when I'm watching TV, unless it's specifically a specific, like, totally political show. Like, that is the meat of the show itself. Like, it is supposed to be politics. But I try not to, like, for me, it just ruins it for me if I try to get in, like, all bent out of shape about politics, if it doesn't fit my political narrative or whatever. So just keep that in mind, as some people will find the anti-capitalism nature of this show very blatantly obvious. Some people won't care. Some people will just fly over their head. Okay? Just keep that in mind. And it is fiction. This is not based on a true story. This show is completely fiction. I don't let fictional movies sway my political nature in any shape or form, but I know some people might be influenced by that, but I don't want to talk about politics. I know people might comment down below about politics about this show. I'm trying to keep that out of it. I just want to purely base my review on just the film itself without getting politics involved, if that makes sense. But you're free to comment whatever you like. And also just comment down below and let me know what you thought of the film or the show, the Squid Game as well. I'm curious to see your thoughts on it as well. So again, what is it about? Well, it's about several people, 456 of them, who are brought together. They all have a common theme behind them. They all are really down on their luck monetarily. They are like super poor, like huge debt, and they just can't seem to get a leg up in life. And they are given this opportunity to play games, kid games, and for the chance to win a lot of money. And it's 45.6 billion won. I think I got that right. 45.6 billion won, which in US dollars is, I think, around 38.9 US million dollars. That's a lot of money. And so not only are the stakes high for the losers, but the reward is pretty high as well. And so the show begins with one of the main characters and kind of his backstory and his gambling problem and how he treats his mother, and he's just not the super nicest of guys. I like the character, and I think he's the main character or one of the main characters, and I like the story. I like pretty much a lot of the main characters. There's like 4 or 5, 6 main characters in this show, and they each have different backgrounds, but again, they're all tied together. They're closely related together in that they all have money problems. They're all in huge debt, and like I said, they are posed with an opportunity to play games, and then the winner of these games is going to win the big prize. And so the story follows these characters, and sometimes it cuts between their individual life and their background, and then it goes towards all of them together playing the games. And these games are kid games. A lot of them you might be familiar with. I'm not going to say them all because I don't want to ruin that part for you. But some of them you can see in the trailer. And I want to point out that one of the games is a Dalgona candy. And the players have to take out the middle part of the candy. And I have a video here on my cooking channel, my main channel, In the Kitchen with Matt. I have a video on how to make the Squid Game cookie or the Squid Game Dalgona candy. So check that out if you want to learn how to make that. Pretty cool. So just the storytelling is incredible. The writing and the development of the characters and putting them through hell pretty much throughout this story is just incredible. And the fear and the thriller and the angst that you feel as a watcher of this story is just incredible. So the storytelling, he did a great job crafting the story elements and also building up these characters and telling the narrative of the characters and the progression of the characters. I really enjoyed that about this show. And I found myself connecting with the characters and rooting for characters and not rooting for other characters. And I just really enjoyed that aspect of the show, the character development and the progression of where they come, where they start, and where they end up. Also, everyone is on an equal playing field. Not only are they all strapped for cash, they also are all suited up equally. They aren't wearing their street clothes when they play this game. They are all clothed in a tracksuit with numbers on them, and then they have a t-shirt with their number. You can tell that I'm a bit of a Squid Game fan. This is my Halloween costume for the year, like so many other people. And I was impressed, actually. I bought this off of Amazon, and it was made in China, and I didn't think it was going to get here on time, but Amazon said that it would be delivered between October 25th and October 29th, and I got this yesterday. And that was, what? I forget what the day was. October 26th or 27th. And so I was really impressed. I was getting a little nervous that it wouldn't get here in time, but I got it. I got my Halloween costume for the year. And it's really comfortable, this tracksuit, so I might just wear this around normal. Anyway, so they all are clothed in something common, much like an attire for like a school uniform. But this is their game uniform that they wear throughout the show. And so they're on the same playing field, same kind of background as far as their monetary goes. They're all strapped for cash. But then they each have their different experiences, and so that plays into part their strengths and weaknesses as the show develops. So I really like that aspect. And the sets in this show are just gorgeous. And they really play up the kid theme, kind of a unassuming, kind of a quirky, lots of bright colors, inviting type set with a very dangerous outcome for the losers. And and just from the get-go, it's a little slow going in the beginning, but you kind of get deep into the story, and then once they play that first game, you're just like, holy cow, what just happened? And yeah, it's pretty awesome. So I really love the visuals and the cinematography. How they just really beautiful images, and just the way that the shots were composed and the way it just draws you in to the story. You feel like you're there almost playing the game with these other participants. And the music is absolutely epic and just totally plays along with this thriller horror nature of the film. And one of the popular soundtrack songs goes along with these pink soldiers that are in it, and it goes something like beep boop beep boop beep boop beep boop beep boop beep boop beep. I can't really sing it that well, but it's just this creepy sound that I love it. It's really cool and just really heightens the intensity, the music and the sound for this show. So they did an amazing job with the musical score. So all in all, I really loved this show. Even watching it dubbed, I still really enjoyed it. I would give it like a 9 out of 10, probably even a 10 out of 10. Like, it is just a fantastic show. If you haven't seen it, give it a watch. Again, play around if you want to play with the dubbed version versus the subtitled. Just pick which works best for you. Hey, kitty, come on. Sorry, my cat is meowing, and there actually is a cat in the show, in Squid Game. So you will get to see a cat at the beginning. But she wants to be let out, but I'm not ready to let her out because I need to finish this video. So, there we go. All in all, sets are incredible. The acting is amazing. The cinematography is gorgeous. It's not low budget at all. And it doesn't feel low budget. It just feels awesome. It's an amazing show. I really enjoyed it. Again, you may or may not pay attention to the political nature of the theme. I'll leave that up to you if you want to delve into that. But if you look for it, it's definitely there. If you don't want to look for it, it could probably go over your head if you choose to let it. Well, there you go. That is my Squid Game review. Great show. Take a look if you haven't watched it. Once again, my name is Matt Taylor, and this is my variety show. Check out my cooking show, In the Kitchen with Matt, if you like food. Also, give this video a thumbs up if you found value in it. Until next time, take care, everyone.